good morning. Today we are going to continue the same exercise on page number 248. On page number 248. In the previous video we completed till question number 3. This exercise, I will remind you that it is about the reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio, right? So we are doing all the calculations for the reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio. Reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio. Is this very clear? So now we are moving on to the next question. This is question number 4. For question number 4, it says draw a picture. The question number 4 says draw a picture and indicate the necessary calculation that shows that y tan 60 is equal to y tan 60 degree is equal to root 3. So with the help of a diagram, we have to prove that y tan at 60 degree is equal to root 3. We have to give the justification with the help of a diagram and some calculation. With the help of diagram and some calculation, we have to prove that tan 60 is equal to root 3. Is this very clear? So to do that, I have already drawn an equilateral triangle. You know, equilateral triangle is a triangle whose all the 3 sides are of equal length. Is called as equilateral triangle. So I drew here our equilateral triangle, right? Since this is equilateral triangle, therefore the measurement of all the angle will be same. Measurement of all the 3 angles will be same. Each angle will be 60 degree. Am I very clear? This is the one thing. This I will mark just as 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree angle. Clear? And then the length, this is because equilateral triangle. So I have taken the length of the side of this triangle as equal to 2 units. The length of this, each side is of 2 units. Right? We have to solve this by appropriate measurement. So I took the measurement as equal to 2 units. So this is the side of 2 unit length, this is 2 unit length, this is 2 unit length. So all the 3 sides are of equal length because it is equilateral triangle. Let me name the vertices. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Is this very clear? Now in this equilateral triangle, I am going to draw a construction. I am going to do a construction. I am going to draw a altitude. Altitude means a line perpendicular from a vertex to the opposite side is called as altitude. So this is the altitude. Altitude is also called as perpendicular. Altitude is also called as perpendicular. Am I very clear? So I drew the perpendicular. Now the property of the perpendicular says in the equilateral triangle, the property says that this perpendicular will bisect the side BC. Will bisect the side BC. That means if I mark this point as D, right, then BD will be equal to 1 unit. BD will be equal to half of 2. That is 1 unit. Is this okay or not? So, see what are the things I have done, what are the constructions I have done in order to prove that tan 60 is equal to root 3. So, I repeat once again, I took an equilateral triangle of length 2 unit, of length of the side as equal to 2 unit. This is equilateral triangle, so measurement of all the angles will be equal, therefore each angle is 60 degree because we know that the sum of interior angle of a triangle is 180 degree. Sum of interior angle of a triangle is 180 degree. Therefore, the measurement of one angle will be 60 degree because all the 3 angles are same. So, 180 will be equally distributed between the 3. Therefore, it is 60 degree. Clear? Now then I have drawn the altitude. This altitude bisected the side BC. Clear? And therefore, the length of BD is equal to 1 unit. Now, I am going to play with the triangle ABD. Right? I can play with triangle ABD or maybe I can play with ACD. One triangle we have to take. So let us take triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, what happens you see now? In triangle ABD, we know the measurement of AB, we know the measurement of BD, but we don't know what is the length of this altitude. Right? And this is because a right angle triangle. So using the Pythagoras theorem, we can easily find out the length of AD. Am I clear or not? So let us do that. So using Pythagoras theorem, Pythagoras theorem, right? AD is a perpendicular, so AD will be equal to root over h square, that means AB square, minus base square means BD square. BD square. Clear? AB is how much? 2, so 2 is square. BD is how much? 1, so 1 is square. And this is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to root 3. That means the length of AD we got as equal to root 3. Am I very clear? Now the question is telling us to prove that y tan 60 degree is equal to root 3. So in this triangle, let us calculate the trigonometric ratio, the value of the trigonometric ratio of tan at 60. So tan 60 degree for the triangle ABD will be the ratio of the perpendicular and then the base, because the angle is at this vertex. So the perpendicular will be AD. So it will be AD over BD. Am I right or not? Now AD you have just calculated root 3. So write root 3. And then BD is how much? 1. So write 1. Now the value of this will be ultimately how much? Root 3. And therefore it is proved that tan 60 degree is equal to root 3. So therefore tan 60 degree is equal to root 3. It is proved. Now we are moving on to question number 5, right? This question, if you see, exact same question we have done in the previous exercise, but it was for the fundamental trigonometric ratio, and now the same thing we are going to do for the reciprocal of trigonometric ratio. Is it okay? I will remind you, the question was, in the previous video, the question was, if sine x is greater than sine y, then what do you say about angle x and angle y? What is the relation between angle x and angle y? So we calculated. You can go back to the previous video and then you can check that how we solved it, how we found the relation between x and y, right? And then I will tell you that the result was, when the situation was sine x is greater than sine y, then we got the result as the angle x is also then greater than y. This is what the result we got in the previous exercise. Is this okay? Now the same thing we have in terms of reciprocal. So I will show you one example of question number 5, right? The situation is question number A, right? You can see all the 3 questions. From here I am choosing one. The first question says is, if sec x is greater than sec y. If sec x is greater than sec y, then what is the relation between angle x and y? Then what do you say about angle x and angle y? Then which of the angle will be greater? Here, the value of the trigonometric ratio of sec x is greater, said. Value of sec x is said to be greater than sec y. Then, which angle-wise, which angle will be greater? This is what we have to find out. So, now we will work on it. What I told you is, when you are given in terms of reciprocal of the trigonometric ratio, then we can solve such questions by converting them into fundamental trigonometric ratio. Right? Again and again I am repeating. Because in calculator, the reciprocal of trigonometric ratio is missing. And therefore, we are unable to use the calculator for the reciprocal of the trigonometric ratio. And therefore, whenever we have reciprocal of trigonometric ratio questions, we solve it by changing them into fundamental trigonometric ratio. Hope this statement I have repeated for several times. Must get in your head. Is it okay? So, let us change this also into fundamental. Sec x is the reciprocal of what? Of which trigonometric ratio? Obviously, cos. So, I can replace this by 1 over cos of x greater than, we will write this as 1 over cos of y. Cos of y. Now, whenever you write this in the form of fundamental trigonometric ratio, it will come in the form of fraction. So, what we need to is, we need to immediately turn it upside down so that we get our trigonometric ratio in the form of a whole number. Am I clear? So, now I am going to turn this both the side upside down. Please remember, please remember, in such case, when you turn this upside down, this sign will also flip. This sign also will flip. So this becomes then cos of x, in place of greater than, now it will become less than. and then we can write this as cos of y. So now you got this relation. Now, according to this situation, the value of cos x is less than value of cos y. If this is so, then what is the relation between angle x and angle y? So we can do this by taking some example. Now the value of cos x is said to be less than cos y. So I will take our value of cos x. Let cos x be equal to 0.4, right? And the value of cos y, it is said to be lesser. Therefore, I have taken 0.4. That means now the value of this I will take more than this one. So, and cos y I will take as equal to 0.5. So, according to the situation, I have taken the value. Now, I will find the value of x. So, x is equal to, is it okay? X is equal to, x will be equal to cos of inverse 0.4, right? And here I will take y as equal to cos of inverse 0.5. Okay. Now x is equal to cos of inverse 0.4. Cos of inverse 0.4, its value when you use the calculator and calculate, you will get it as 66.42. 66.42. You got the value of x. And now similarly, we will calculate the value of y using the calculator. Okay. So 0.5, its value will be equal to 60 degree. 60 degree. Now you got the actual calculation. If cos x is less than cos y, then angle x is greater than y. Isn't it? Now your question is actually this one now. Now just let's link with this one. So when sec x is greater than sec y, then angle x also is found to be greater than angle y. So we can say here, therefore the conclusion, we conclude that angle x is greater than angle y. Now we are moving on to question number 6. Question number 6. Now this is the only one question where we have a little bit of trigonometrical identity, right? Not exactly trigonometrical identity. There's a mixture of some few things. Is this very clear? So to do this question, I need to give you a very small concept, a very small concept. Is this okay? There is one thing which is called as allied angle formula. Allied angle, okay? That formula is sine 90 minus theta. If you have sine 90 minus theta, okay, then it will be what, right? Or maybe cos 90 minus theta, then what? Or tan 90 minus theta, then what? This is a small part of a very simple concept of allied angle. This allied angle you will be learning in class 11. When you come to class 11, you will learn in detail. Just now, I'm just giving you just a screenshot, I can say, a very simple introduction. Okay, brief introduction, very brief introduction. Angle is 90 minus theta, right? All the angles are 90 minus theta. So if your angles are 90 minus theta, then this trigonometrical ratio will change. If you, for these angles, 90 minus theta, 90 minus theta, 90 minus theta, the trigonometrical ratios will all change. Sine will change into cos, cos will change into sine, tan will change into cot. Remember that. So see the answer. Sine 90 minus theta will become cos theta. Cos theta. Okay. Cos 90 minus theta will become sine theta. Sine theta. And this time 90 minus theta will become cot theta. Cot theta. Is it okay? So this is the one simple concept that you need to remember to do this question of question number 6. So question number 6, first question I will show you A, right? Here it is said, fill in the blanks, sine, okay, I'll change the color. Sine 37 degree, sine 37 degree is equal to cos what? This is your question. Okay. So first of all, I will show you the calculation of this. Sine 37 is equal to cos what? Now you can see here the sign has changed into cos, isn't it? So what we can do, how can we change this into this? Okay. So first of all, I will rewrite the same angle in a different way. Okay. So I will write here sine. I will try to write this in terms of this one. So sine of 90 minus how much you will subtract so that you get 37. Right? Now you have to think of. So what you do is you use a calculator and from 90 you can subtract 37 and whatever you get you write here. Okay? Because you are writing the same angle. You are writing the same thing in a different style. Right? In place of catching nose like this, you are catching other way. But you are catching your nose. So similarly, this is 53. I don't know what's happening to the ink. We will write this as 53. 53. Right? 90 minus 53 will be 37. Now see the advantage. I wrote the same thing in a different way. But by writing like this, I have one advantage that sine 90 minus theta is written as cos theta. So then this will become as equal to cos theta. So this is equal to cos and theta is how much? 53 and this becomes your answer. Okay, this becomes your answer. Likewise, we have another question, number B. Number B is cos 42 degree. Cos 42 degree. This is given as equal to sine what? Okay, here also we will write this angle in a different way in terms of 90 minus. So we will write this as cos 90 minus how much? So that you can how much so that you get 42. To do that, you have to subtract this 42 from 90 and you will get that angle as 48. So from 90, if I subtract 48, I will be getting 42. And by doing so, I am getting this result. So it will be written as sine theta and sine theta. Theta is how much? This acute angle, 48. This becomes your answer. Is this okay? The other questions are very simple. Number C. Number C is sine dash is equal to 0.8. Very simple. That means you have to find out the angle here, isn't it? So maybe I will write this as equal to x and therefore x will be equal to sine inverse, the similar question you have done before also, 0.8. Is this okay? So this 0.8, when you use the calculator and calculate, it will give you 53.13 degree. Am I clear or not? So these are the two questions which you have to, maybe you can repeat this portion of the video and then you can understand the full concept so that you don't have any problem. This is simple thing, this we have done before also. And then C and D will be your assignment. Clear? With this, we are ending the session here. I'm leaving question number 7 and question number 8 for you to do it as assignment. If you find difficulty, without hesitation, always I repeat, feel free to ask me the question, send it through WhatsApp group. I will surely respond it to you. Okay? Thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe, take care and enjoy learning maths. Thank you.